Louis Althusser argues in his 1970 work, Ideology and Ideological State Apparatuses, that ideology has the function of constituting concrete individuals as subjects. This idea suggests that ideological state apparatuses, which include schools, churches, and media, play a key role in shaping and creating our beliefs and identities. As someone who always thought of themselves as an independent, objective thinker, this idea seemed contrary to me. However, when I applied this concept to my own life and childhood, I realized how great a role ideological state apparatuses play in determining our beliefs and perspectives. My elementary school experience in Texas is a period of my life I rarely think about, but due to Althusser's work, I reflected on the lessons and ideas presented to me at a young age. Some of my clearest memories of elementary school come from my lessons on the Texas Revolution and Native Americans in Texas. Our unit on Texas history revolved around historical characters such as Sam Houston, a general of the Texas Army, Davy Crockett, a hero of the Alamo, and Stephen F. Austin, who is known as the father of Texas. In many ways, my teacher deified these figures by presenting their actions and their consequences as heroic. Davy Crockett was not simply a man who fought at the Alamo. He was a hero who chose to lay his life on the line for the revolution and ideals of freedom. Sam Houston was not a general and politician. He was a brilliant military strategist who orchestrated the revolution's victory and a politician who helped establish Texas values. However, as Althusser argues, these representations of Texas history stem from a specific perspective and agenda. By describing these figures in a heroic light, the information I received was hailing or persuading me towards a perspective which supports traditional Texan values. I was being told stories with characters at the center of them. However, these characters only came from one side of the story. As I was taught more, my lack of Texas historical knowledge was being replaced by a subjective interpretation of Texas history, rather than just Texas history itself. However, another key tool for ideological state apparatuses is not only providing information, but also withholding or de-emphasizing information. The majority of my unit on Native Americans consisted of an art project where we built paper cutouts of teepees and other structures to teach us about Native American culture in Texas. However, in contrast to the moving stories and characters of the Texas Revolution, we were never taught any names of prominent chiefs, activists, or leaders from Native American history. In other words, we were taught stories with important characters from the white male perspective of Texas history and basic facts from the Native American perspective. In many ways, this difference hailed me and my peers towards humanization of the white males in the Texas Revolution and an otherization of the Native American groups who suffered under their influence. Additionally, the presentation of important historical figures from the Texas Revolution conveniently left out many of their involvements and actions, such as Sam Houston leading the removal of Cherokee from Tennessee before coming to Texas, and Stephen F. Austin being a major proponent of slavery in Texas. At a time in my life when I was both very impressionable and also easily manipulated, presenting Texas history from a traditional perspective guided my narrative of Texas for years down the line. Althusser's idea that ideology has no outside for itself, but at the same time that it is nothing but outside for science and reality, resonates with me, since the ideas I was taught about Texas history from a young age guided and informed my perceptions and beliefs for years down the line. Althusser asserts that ideology has no outside, or in other words, it encompasses all aspects of our lives. The information I was given, along with the information withheld from me at a young age, ultimately guided my perspective of the world, without me even realizing it. For me, a key takeaway from this is that school, politics, and ideology are not separate entities. The lessons we were taught were influenced by the ideology of our teacher and the political and social landscape of Texas at the time. The stories I was told about Texas were intended to steer me and my classmates towards a singular point of view, which is scary, since my classmates and I treated it as absolute truth. Ultimately, my reflection on my early schooling has made me realize how important education is in shaping our beliefs and perspectives.